Welcome back everyone, Cerberus here, and we're continuing on with the letter. Yeah, so last episode we didn't have much creepy happening, it was more or less just waking up from everyone making sure we're okay. Found out that the lovely lady there has a horrible name to pronounce because it's Irish, although her accent is lovely, and I'm not saying the Irish words are terrible, I just suck at accents. And other words, so yeah. Dyslexia! Woo! Yeah, and this couple here seem to think that they own this mansion already. So, yeah, let's keep on going. I smiled to myself. I may not completely understand how these people's minds work, but I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer when I see one. With sincerest intent. Score! I can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a hitch. After more than half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room on the ground floor, and are heading to the parlour. Funny, the first time BRC had us survey the property, I kept complaining to Rose how big it is. Now, I can't even bring myself to care, no matter how much my feet hurt. Maybe this is just my excitement over a possible sale. Probably. When we reach the parlour, however, an odd feeling washes over me. It starts off as a small goosebumps in my skin, a feeling of being watched intently. Whispers in my ear and shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. I'm busy examining the screen to see if anything's actually moving other than the clock pendulum. Dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. A chill settles down my spine, making me feel sick, and I start to break out in a cold sweat. I can't do this. I need to sit down for a moment. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. If I can just...
Excuse me, everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we've prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit while I retreat to a quiet corner to recover. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I probably just caught Becca's cold. Don't think about it. I'm left alone for a good while, the same words spilling out of my lips in silent prayer, until a hand taps my shoulder.
Hello, you there?
Hello!
Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you! Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Yeah, that's what's exhausting me right now.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker! Anyway, Isabel, right?
Yep.
Isabella, actually. But yes, what can I help you with, ma'am, right?
Please, just Hannah. Call me Hannah. I just wanted to ask, how soon are we able to move in?
When you buy it. My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking any further and puts a hand on my shoulder. For a moment, with her tight smile, she looks as if she tasted a particularly sour lemon.
Oh, please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
Yeah, I could see that.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hannah. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really, what's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already?
Well, I'm more of a dog person. But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
Like what?
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves.
He creeps me out a little bit. He's
What would
weird.
the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just a small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
I try not to wince when her nails dig into my shoulder. I can't help but send an impromptu look at Miss... I'm not saying her name. I can't say her name. Miss Irish. I'm calling her Miss Irish from now on. Who only gives me an apologetic smile and a shrug.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the piece from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rosie's gonna be so angry at me for letting her do that.
Wonderful. And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel.
Why? Why?
Isabella.
Right. It's a lovely name, Isabel.
It's Isabella.
Yes, that's great. We'll be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and...
If you can't be bothered to get my name right, I don't care enough to help sell this house to you.
What's this?
Look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply. It is the help letter. That is 3 people. I need 2 more.
That's, an interesting work of art. Not to my taste, though. I'm sorry.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what do they call this? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled. But I'm sure you'll know what to do with all walls once we get started.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Ma'am. Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. Are the papers I handed not enough? I wanted to ask what I did wrong. I didn't want to mess this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Something's off. A smile is back on her face when she turns to me and hands me a strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression. Anyway, as I was saying...
I didn't hear the rest of what she says after that. I can only stare down at the paper, at the letter in my hands. The sides crinkle in my grip, and my breathing grows laboured. Dread quickly fills my mind.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice when Rose's group joined us in the parlour. Oh, nothing more than to say, nope, I'm not alright. I want to leave this place, because I remember everything as clear as day. This letter and that woman in the attic. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them that without looking like I've gone mad? Should I even tell them? I blurted out before I could even think twice what I'm going to say.
Rose, we need to get out of here. This place is cursed.
Rose casts a nervous glance at the people in the room. Most are still engaged in a conversation with their peers, but those curious enough to turn their heads in our group's direction have been given her trademark saleswoman smile. A tight expression is on her face when she pulls me aside.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all.
It is human. It is just a tortured human.
I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
She gently reaches out to pluck the paper out of my hand. Without even taking a glance at it, she folds it back neatly. No!
I'm getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine. But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Before Rose could open her mouth for a retort, a hand lands on both our shoulders, pulling the two of us a distance closer.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem here?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense. A smile fits the two of you better, in my opinion. Especially darling little Lily here.
He gives my shoulder a gentle squeeze, and inscrutable smile spreads across his face.
It's Isabella, sir.
Of course. But my point still stands. And with two beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
The pressure on my shoulder lifts as soon as those words leave his wife's lips, while the scowl on her face is like a splash of cold water on me. It is also impossible to miss the displeased frown from Miss Irish's face. The realization we might lose the sale because of my outburst instantly dawns on me. Rose will be beyond pissed.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
I bow my head, I mutter a quick apology, and gather my stuff to make a quick exit. It doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not. I've caused trouble, and Rose can be quite unforgiving of behaviour like this. I'm almost at the door when she catches up to me.
Isabella, wait!
The apprehension must have been quite obvious on my face, because her expression instantly shifts to something gentler, eyes softer, a fond smile spreading on her lips.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before.
True.
If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off before shifting her gaze down at her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are folding with a piece of folded paper. It's that stupid letter again. My hand stiffens when she gives it back, but I take it nevertheless. More as an automatic response than any desire to have it back. I'll throw it away if I can. But I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find its way back to me regardless of what I do about it.
Rose, this is... You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
My mind stops.
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress.
Damn.
Please, humor me just this once.
She clasps her hands together in front of her, eyes pleading for understanding. And I do understand. To some extent. That doesn't mean I'll feel any less awful. Whether at myself or at the unlucky turn of the situation has taken. Or for her, I really don't know.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
At the memory, we both burst into helpless giggles, earning us a strange look from the guests milling about the door. Talking and laughing like this, it's easy to forget any mishaps that happened. The little things you learn to appreciate, I guess.
So, are we good?
I'm still not okay with it, but Rose has a point. It's best for me to step out of this one for now.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
Damn.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, alright? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who'll fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one word or compliment. After nothing else to do, I find myself drifting back to the foyer. A few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon sunlight streaming through the stained glass window. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room. One group of elderlies, gathered some ways across from me, is occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, an occasional laughter and teasing there. I smile to myself. The conversation reminds me of what I've missed these past few months. Rose is probably right. I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash. It's a few hours early of what I've told him, but he did ask for a call once I'm done. Besides, I don't have a ride back. He offered, so I might as well take it. Or bribe him into giving me one. Not that he'll ever accept the letter, personal convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable at him, despite his tendency to annoy the hell out of me, it's that. Well, whatever way works. A free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer too. But despite what she says, I know she's busy with the rest of this afternoon, especially without my assisting. Bothering her for a favour as small as this, the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, I call finally connects and...
Shit! I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Shit.
Cool dude,
What?
Shit,
How loud is this thing even?
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
A sharp
Baggers,
ringing
watch
fills
out,
the entire
can't
hall,
beat me.
disrupting
Looking
the
for
pleasant
trouble?
quiet
Better not
that had
lie.
settled.
I'm a
Soon
cool
enough,
dude,
heads begin to
pretty fly
turn
for an
in the
Asian
search of
guy.
the source,
Sup,
mine
I'm
included.
Ash from Deluxe
My eyes
City.
dart around the
Baggers,
small
watch
crowd
out,
before
can't beat me.
zeroing
Looking
in
for
on a lone
trouble?
figure
Better
crouched
not
behind the
lie. I'm a
same
cool
group
dude,
of old
pretty
people
fly for an
checking out
Asian
the
guy.
decors
Sup,
moment
I'm
ago.
Ash from Deluxe
He is
City.
facing,
Baggers, watch
fumbling
out,
with something in
can't
his
beat me.
hands.
Looking for
But
trouble?
I don't need to
Better
see his
not
face to
lie.
know
I'm
whose
a
back
cool
it is.
dude, pretty fly for an Asian
I
guy.
did recognize that
Sup,
dumb
I'm Ash
Parker
from
anyway.
Deluxe City.
Without
Baggers, watch
bothering
out,
to end the
can't beat
call,
me.
I
Looking
marched
for
towards
trouble?
him.
Better not lie.
After what
I'm
happened
a cool
today,
dude,
I'm
pretty
really
fly
not
for
in the
an
mood to
Asian
deal with
guy.
this.
Of all the times
Sup,
to...
I'm Ash from Deluxe.
Ashton Frey!
If you're enjoying this series so far, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. both help me out greatly. Drop a comment if you want a different horror game for me to play at some point. If it's mobile, I can do it. If it's anything else, I can't really do it. I don't have the software to be able to do it at the minute. Hopefully you guys are all enjoying it. And yeah, I will see you all in the next episode. I'm Cerberus, and I'm gonna probably play some games. Ow!